Hi YouTube! This is going to be a quick deck review of the Sasuraibito Tarot, which is by Stasia Burrington. You can get this on Etsy. It's an indie deck. Comes in this lovely box. Unfortunately, mine was a little bit damaged, but it's not too bad. You can probably kind of see just the edge. I'm sure that was just in shipping. But I really do like the box. You have these like words on each side. It's just really lovely. Also the back is super gorgeous. This is the card back, but with a little extra gilding. As you can see, that's the card back. It comes with a little white book. You know, sort of your standard deal, little short descriptions, keywords. The major is kind of interesting. Do have these little extra kind of keywords or like alternative titles included. Sorry, my camera was just tilting a little bit there. So you can see like Athena, so sometimes it's a god or goddess, sometimes it's like a sign, like the Lovers is Gemini. And then Sasuraibito is actually a term in Japanese that means wanderer, so you have the Fool as the Sasuraibito, so that's sort of the reasoning for the name. So yeah, you can see the cards. They are kind of slippery, but not too slippery to shuffle, and then you have this nice gilding, gold gilding here. So my initial thoughts on this deck, I've had it about a month or so. I really like the art. It is a combination of figures, and then you'll have more just like symbols. It's kind of in the middle in terms of diversity. So you have a lot of folks I would read as white or Asian. You have some native folks. There's only one like black figure that I would read as black in the deck. So it also, in terms of gender, like there's a fair diversity of gender expression, but you do still have traditionally gendered characters. So like the kings and queens, the high priestess, those are kind of what you would expect. And not a ton of diversity in terms of body type, but I do really like the art in this deck. I feel like it's very evocative, brings about kind of clear emotion around the meaning. So like Seven of Swords being a card that's about theft and deceit, and you can really see that here in this image. And even the ones that are more like quote unquote pip cards, I think have more of the emotion of the meaning than some decks would. So that's nice. I also feel like the court cards, like I can feel the energy of the court cards and the meaning more than I can in some decks, which is important to me. Excuse me. It's important to me because I do feel like sometimes the courts are a little harder to interpret. So like this King of Cups, I just have more of a feeling of who they are than in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith imagery. And I would say some of the cards are a little different in meaning. Like if you look at the little white book, they come across a little differently. But in general, it is Rider-Waite-Smith's system. It's sort of what you would expect. And like I said, I think the emotional feel is really good. So I find this deck really easy to read with. It's not too challenging to get what the cards are telling, and also I find that the imagery is rich enough that like reversals can be really interesting, like the actual upside down image sometimes to me is more interesting than in other decks. So yeah, this is the Sasuraibito Tarot, and I hope you have a great day.